You got it. Go ahead, Pam. The wall.
Hey everyone, it is the OBG, author Pamela J, and you have been with us. If you haven't been with us since 6 o'clock, we are the Women of the Wall on Sadior Radio, the station that is more than music. And we have our first guest, none other than Jolene Russ. I want to thank her. She's a wealth of information, great activist for her family, her husband that's behind the wall. She's a great advocate for him. She has a wealth of information. So if you have any questions for her or anything, please don't hesitate to put it in the chat box, or you can call us at right now. The phones are not ringing yet, but you can call us at 646-249-0911, or you can email us at 2020thewall@gmail.com. And we were just having a discussion behind the
scenes.
Behind everybody, put your mics on. Behind the music, when we were off air, we were asked, first of all, we was asked if the inmates could have. I know in New York State you cannot get life insurance on them until they're a year out of prison. For some reason, because I guess that's a violent environment, and they feel, I don't know what the ramifications are, but you cannot get life insurance on your loved one until they are out of prison for a year. And I know about New York State. I don't know about any other states, but I know that for a fact. You can't get life insurance on them. And also, we were talking about the stimulus. I understand that if you have a family member behind the wall, you can get the stimulus. They could have got all 3 stimuluses. I don't know how you go about it, but Jolene, can you share that information?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the exact website, but there's a form on the IRS website. It's called a non-filers form that anybody in prison needs to complete, and it can be submitted online. It can be filled out by a loved one on the outside and submitted online. I know some people that have done it in paper and mailed it in, and they haven't had any luck in getting their stimulus checks. But people that have filed it online have they've either gotten a paper check or it's gone into whatever bank account their loved one specifies on the forms. I know other people that have created like a Cash App account or a Chime account and had it direct deposited into that as well. So it's called a non-filers form on the IRS website. I wish I had it right here for you, so I could share it with you.
I just randomly just checked my JPay for the email that I sent to my father almost 2 months ago. It didn't even send for his birthday. So,
oh my God! See?
Official.
JPay's the worst.
Shut the whole system down.
See, this is what we were just talking about. I said, next, I want to know, who do we call to really get some information with JPay? They are a ripoff. They got us buying stamps. These people are not, she didn't even get her father didn't get his letter. I know when my husband sent me letters, he was like, did you get the email I get? I was like, no. I told y'all just today, he sent me an email March 3rd. I just got it.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
And I'm like, what is the, like, that is just a ripoff. And with the money, you can only send $300 and it's $5.99 or something like that. So you got to send like 3 sets of 300 at the same time. It's just, prison is a big business. They are racking up, and that's sad because it's already bad enough that our loved ones are behind there. Stop milking us for money. Like, I am so sick of all of the stuff from the corona with the mask. We couldn't send our loved one masks. Now they selling the mask in the commissary. How much? I don't know, but they're selling it to them when we could have just mailed it to them. And
but it's at least they're selling them to them now, because you know how long it took for at least even that to happen?
I know.
We are a year into the pandemic and they couldn't even buy their own mask, but they get a tier 2 ticket that could affect their release date if they get caught wearing a mask, not wearing a mask. But
that's crazy.
I know people be talking about all the time, ain't no COs wearing a mask here. But everywhere else, tier 2 tickets, and they charging you $5 for them, each one of them for tier 2 tickets.
Wow.
That's
And that's crazy.
That's a week's pay for some people. These people get paid 6 cents an hour, 17 cents an hour. You charge them
That's slavery.
$5, that's a week's pay.
That's
I just
terrible.
don't
Slave
want to
labor.
believe.
That's
I just
crazy.
don't want to believe the oxymoron behind the fact that it's a federal law to wear a mask in a federal building, and y'all not wearing a mask.
That's terrible.
For people breaking the rules. That's just crazy.
Yes, it is. And
So-
it is crazy that and you saying 17 cents. I mean, oh my, I feel so bad. Like prison is it's designed to keep them coming back.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I have a short story real quick. I know some people heard this before when I mentioned it on Facebook when we started promoting the Women of the Wall in the War magazine. I have a good friend that was in and out of prison all his life. He's like my brother from another mother. And this last time he's been home for 15 years straight. He got a chance to raise his 2 boys. He was in Clinton. He's in New York State. And they were all in the cafeteria. And with the COs, they was talking, whatever they was talking about. And the CO, the CO had a son. His wife gave birth to a son, and they was like, "Oh, congratulations," or whatever. He was like, "Yeah, my son is going into the family business." So my friend said, "Well, what's the family business?" He said, "He gonna be a CEO because y'all niggas gonna always come back here.
Mhm.
So he's gonna always have a job." And that made him realize he had to get his life together. It took that for him to get his life together. He hasn't been back since. And he got up and he walked away. And the rest of the guys that were sitting there was like, "Where you going?" He said, "Did you just hear what he said?" He said his son is going into the family business. He's going to be a CEO because they're going to take care of our kids. He said, "No, not that." And he has changed himself. And his sons have graduated college and is doing amazing. So I know for a fact, it's just a revolving door and we need to stop it. We need to bring a conversation up. We need to write our legislations. We need to advocate for them. We need to get these bills on the dockets and get them, and not just for an election year. Because you want to see the politicians now, especially in New York State, because borough presidents is coming up, the senator stuff is coming up. I was just at a rally for a young child that was murdered in Harlem, 10 years old. I was at the rally, and every council and the lady that was running the rally, Miss Sekou, Street Corner Resources, she does a lot for the community against gun violence and different things like that. And one of the senators saw my shirt and realized who I was. He was like, "Oh, he came over to me and now he want to talk to me." And he gave me his business card and all this other stuff. I said, "Okay, but give me a check so I can help these people get home and do some other stuff." Like, you want me to endorse you or come out and say you're a good person? What you gonna do for that? Like, once you get in the office and you make all these promises, keep the promises. We need to educate our people. We need them to be able to come out and get a job that's gonna to sustain and help their family members, not some flipping burgers at McDonald's. They can't even get that. Like, it's just, it's not about, oh, they are rehabilitated or no. That stain rides with them all the time. Nobody gives them a break. And I'm not saying that they did not do the crime, but they already paid their debt to society. Mm-hmm. And the laws are saying, let them come out and give them a real opportunity, a real chance to get out here and be a good father, be a good mother, or whatever, whoever is in prison. And it's terrible. And it's like, and I get too, "Oh, well, now, Pam, it affects you because your husband is there." It doesn't matter. Yeah, he's there, but I want him home in a free world. And I know it's a horrible situation, and I'm seeing what's going on. So I want to promote change. I don't want to, and even when he come home in the free world, we're gonna still promote and advocate for the ones that's in there. So right. Please, I just think it's a travesty the way they treat them, the way they treat the families. They treat us like we inmates too when we go there because they don't want us to come.
Absolutely, so, they sure do.
They treat us horrible. Like these last days when they were, and that's how I met Jolene. We were standing outside in the cold.
Yes.
For like 2 hours. Like
on them last 2 days of visits.
The last 2 days of visit, and we was there. like diligently, like standing there waiting and talking, and we got to come, amongst each other. We started to, that's how I met her, because our husbands want us to meet anyway, but I wound up standing behind her in line. So that's how I met her. And then we started talking.
You, even at 13 years old, you gotta wear a brown paper bag just to get in.
Yes.
They
They don't care how old you are.
Yes, it's hard. And and it's another thing. It's not a real set rule. It just depends on how that CEO feels for that day. I don't care what nobody say, because I know, like, I go to the jail every day, all day, and I dress so my bra don't ring, or all this stuff. I make sure, like, I'm going in a straight run, no bra, no underwire, nothing. Because now they letting ripped jeans in. Oh, it can't be over a quarter. Or, oh, you can't, I can see through this. Oh, you can't wear this white shirt. Or you can't wear that shirt because it says, no. What do you mean I can't wear a white shirt because it says free spank or whatever? I can do whatever. I'm not inciting a riot. I'm going to see my loved one.
Or the mask.
So it depends.
Pam.
Yeah.
Even the mask.
Yes. We can't, you have to have a plain mask. You can't have nothing written on your mask.
You can't have no logo.
What does that have to do with the visit?
What does that have to do with it? We're protecting ourselves. We're protecting ourselves and our loved ones, and they're in there not even wearing a daggone.
Wearing a mask. I watch them walk around with no mask. The mask under their chin. And I'm like, but you making me wear this mask, and if I miss a mistake and touch him, he on quarantine for 14 days, and then I can't come back.
Thank you.
And they're standing around hugging each other, dapping each other up, giving each other hugs.
Yes. Pounds and all kinds of craziness.
Yeah.
You can only bring one key.
What happened?
The rule that you can only bring one key. Like, what we gonna do with more than one key? Like,
with the key.
They don't even let us do that. You're in the feds, right? They don't even let us do that in the state.
She's in Florida. She's in Georgia, so
okay.
I don't know. We can't bring no key.
No key. The locker key.
The locker key. That's it. The locker key. That's it. That's all you can bring.
Somehow we're gonna figure out how to use the technology in these keys to break them out or something.
Okay, I don't even know.
I don't know.
Or you can only have $100 on you. What are you? It ain't like you shopping and then you go into the vending machine. What is you?
I don't know though, because when all that change comes out that change machine, I sure feel like I'm at the casino.
Okay.
And listen. And then on top of it all, they got the nerve to say, "Oh, your bags have to be see-through." Like, what am I bringing in there? I mean, come on. Even when I bought a see-through one, they're gonna tell me, "Oh, you can't bring this in." It had a little. I got it from a TJ Maxx, and it had a little airplane on it because it's for when you go on a plane ride.
Right.
Just have up and away. That's it. But you can see right through it. One CO said, "Oh, you can't bring that in there." Okay.
See, it depends on who whatever, how they feel that day.
And I bought it on in there, and I went to the higher up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was allowed to bring just that, because you still can see through it. It's just a little saying up and away, little airplane. Already know it's for an airplane, going away on a plane. Come on, that's petty.
Petty. They do it all because their whole purpose is to deter and dismantle families. They don't want us there on visits. If we aren't visiting our family members, they could get away with
everything.
Yes.
Anything. Like,
and let's not talk about how these little trifling little women be trying to sleep with our husbands. That's
listen, that is a Sing Sing thing. Like, I mean, I won't say it doesn't happen at other facilities, but that's new to us.
They are ridiculous. I don't even understand that. You jeopardizing your job? Really?
Yeah, they don't care.
Like,
and it's been done already, as you know.
Oh yeah, it's done on every day. Down there,
oh my God.
I've heard the craziest stories. The craziest stories about swing, we call it. Swing.
Okay, I've heard them too. I'm like, what in the devil? Are you serious right now? My mouth be dropping open like, no. I mean, like I said, this whole prison system, this whole culture behind the wall, I just wanted it to share light and to also be an advocate for our family members and for each other to support, because it is hard. I'm telling you, I suffer, and I know Jolene, you suffer. I know Roxy, so I know now my friend Miss Parker over there, she's suffering because her dad is locked away, and it's just, and people really don't understand the culture behind the wall. And we are families, and we are loved ones. We have our loved ones too. They made a mistake. You ain't gotta persecute them. They already,
Right.
you don't think they
Still
already
human.
persecuted enough? They human. Ain't none of us perfect.
Still
And at
human.
any given moment, any one of us could be locked up. Because
Okay.
we can. We can. At any given moment, you could be locked up and that's it. And you're gonna have to fight to say you didn't do this particular thing and to get out. So
Mhm.
I mean, I just, it's a lot. It's a big task. And again, I'm just gonna recap real quick. I want to thank Mark 5 and Sadior Radio for having us on your show, The Women of the Wall, because like I said, the Sadior Radio is a station more than music. I want to thank all you ladies for following our vision and being a part of the Women of the Wall and the Wall magazine, because we really want to promote change. This is not enough, and it's a real support system. We want to really help change legislation. We want to really help get rules, get them out, get them home, make it better, give them the real rehabilitation that they need. Do not make them worse than what they went in, mentally, on that mental note, give them a chance, give them the skills to come out here and be productive people in society. I want to also thank one of my sponsors, which is Support Joey's Heart out in VA. Her Kimberly Griffin Frederick and her husband Warren Griffin, they supported the magazine. I want to thank them. They have Support Joey's Heart, and she has her own magazine out there in VA. Bully, doing amazing positive things out there about mental health and depression. So my hat's off to the Griffin family, Brown King and Brown Queen. Thank you so much for the love and support. I want to thank Mark, Sadior Radio. He put an ad in the wall as well. Thank you, Mark, for supporting the dream. I put it added the Brown Girl Movement myself. I did too. I support whatever my husband Spank Peso is doing. I support him and I love him, and I want him home in the free world as well. Also, when we come back next month, our next show was April 25th. So when we come back, I'm gonna be a whole year older. I will be 53 years old when y'all see me again.
That trips me out every time you say you're 50 something.
Yeah, I know. I'll be 53, my birthday, which is April 18th. And guys, I will have my second virtual book tour live on Facebook. So you will get to be with me up close and personal 24 hours. You're going to see how my whole day is, what I do as an author, entrepreneur, and you're going to get to see everything. We're going to have free giveaways. It's going to be great. My merchandiser and songstress and the person that did the record behind our wall anthem, none other than Subsidy Nevi. She is going to give me my free giveaways, t-shirts, bracelets. It's going to be fun. You're going to be able to win my whole gift pack. Also, I have 2 books that is about being a family member and what you go through when your family member goes to prison. And it's called Family Time, Don't Get Caught Up, and then Family Time, Payback is a Bitch. That is my life story at the age of 37 when my first husband went to prison, and it shows you what a family actually goes through when that person goes to prison. So anybody have anything else, last words before we wrap it up? Please, Jolene, thank you so much for being a guest on our show. You gave us a wealth of information. We want you back always. You're going to be a friend to the show. You made history with us today. I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Anyone doing new work in New York or wanting to get involved in work, like advocacy work in New York, check out the Justice Roadmap. If you just type into Google, New York the Justice Roadmap. Okay. It talks about like all the bills and all the initiatives that are being taken right now in criminal justice reform. Everything from recreational marijuana to the clean slate laws that would expunge people's records after they've had, been released and had so many years of good behavior. Sentencing reform is on there. There's all kinds of stuff on. There's a lot of legislative work going on right now around criminal justice reform. So if you want to get involved, hit me up.
Yes. Tell them how to reach you, Jolene.
Okay. You can hit me up on Twitter. I'm Jolene Russ on everything. On Instagram, I'm Mrs. Jem, Jem Russ, and I'm Jolene Russ on Facebook. But sometimes people can't find me on Facebook, so Twitter is probably the best way. And I'm on Clubhouse too. Clubhouse is amazing. It's another really good
Yes, she had me on her Clubhouse. It was really a good segment. It was really good. And Jolene, I appreciate you. I love you, girl. We're gonna do a lot of things together because we need to get our husbands home in the free world and other families to reunite and be together. And I thank you so much for making history and being with us on our first show. Roxy, you have any last words?
Yes, thank you very much, Jolene, for coming aboard on our show. We appreciate you very much so. And hey, I learned a lot from you as well, and I thank you for it, because we need this. We all need to stick together.
Sure.
Stick together as one, because we all going in the same facility and we all see the same correction officers and whatnot. So much.
Yes, thank you.
And Miss Kt4 Rice with your segment, Moving Beyond the Bar. You got any last words for the people?
Well, when you know better, you do better. So I think we got a lot of knowledge today through this radio broadcast. And to all of you following on Facebook, we got a lot of knowledge. So we are going to do better, and we're going to stay on JPay.
Yes, we gonna stay on them. I'm so sick of them.
We gotta find a way to sue them. They robbing us.
For real, with the stamps. Oh shoot, I'm so sick of them. And I didn't even get in my emails. My husband was like, she just sent the email to our dad. It didn't even go through.
Right. Ought to be ashamed of y'all.
Mark, our engineer, behind the scenes, you have anything to say to the ladies tonight before we go?
I just want to say great show. A lot of good information, great first show. I enjoyed it. I stayed still, so that definitely was a plus that I stayed still and got to listen to it. Keep up the great work. I look forward to next month.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity to, because a lot of people do not want to talk about this. They want to be, silent. They don't want to say anything. They want to, they want to be, don't talk about that. Oh, Pim, you can't say this. No, I'm saying it. I'm gonna say it, and I'm an advocate, and I'm gonna say it, and we're gonna keep doing this until it changes. So, if we gotta. If we don't talk for our family members, who will? I want to say thank you all again for coming, for showing us love and support. Next month is April 25th. Is our show again. April 17th, I will be live on Facebook. 24 hours going into my birthday, which is April the 18th, when I will turn 53 years old. And then on the 25th, we will be back with the Women of the War with my great host and a new guest, new information. I thank you all, guys. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. Yes?
Pamela, let me say just one thing when you finish.
Go ahead.
There's one thing I must say. People will talk about you whether you're in prison or you're out of prison. It doesn't matter where you at. They talked about Jesus. How about that? Whether you're good or whether you're bad, it's as damn if you do and damn if you don't. So hey, who are they? There are loved ones.
Yes.
Okay, so that's all I have to say about that too.
Yes. On that note, Mark, you can take us out with our anthem. Guys, thank you for being a part of the war, the Women of the War. We are the voices behind the war. We giving you, a platform to be a part of us. Again, our number is 646-249-0911, or you can hit us up on email 2020thewar@gmail.com. Guys, thank you again for being a part of our show, and we'll be back next month, April 25th, 6 p.m. So if you have anything you want to talk about or find out any information from my girls, my squad, my posse, from Jolene, from Roxy, or from P2K Rights, please hit them up, DM them, follow them, because they have a wealth of information. Thank you guys, and good night. God bless.
Good night.
Keep
God bless.
dreaming, guys. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
That's all right.
Oh, boy.
Hey, go, son.
How was it?
Yeah.
Hey, I like her. Her information.
Yes.